Now, put the camera down a little bit. Just gonna hop in a little bit tonight, or well, not too much, but I'll hop in. I'm gonna play. Uh, get the dart bot. I'm gonna set it up here. I don't know. Get a little practice in. Trainer. Let's see where we're gonna go. We're gonna go quick. I'm not gonna do a lot. Now we'll play level 10. 81 average. It's way above my average right now. It's probably 30 points above my average. We'll play level 10 and see where it goes. Have a little bit of fun, goof around a little bit, and just throw a couple at the board. Hopefully, in a couple weeks, I'm going to work on trying to get split screen going so you can see me throwing my throwing motion and as well as the board. So I'm not technically or tech wise, I'm not super at it, but I'm gonna play with it a little bit. So I can give you guys some good stuff, so you get to see me throwing, and and as well as as the darts land in the board. So more like a lot of other streams you may see out there right now. All you're seeing is the darts hitting the board. I can scan the camera down. I can assure you that I'm throwing from a regular Aki, built one myself, just a couple cheap pieces of wood. So that's what I throw. That's what I throw from. So just wanted to show that a little bit. Got the camera all out of whack now because it's on a little stick here. Just wanted to show that just so anybody ever questions. I've never had anybody all the years I've been shooting darts online or anybody say, let me see where you're throwing from. But it's a homemade Aki I made, and so that's what I plant my foot against and throw. So, but going to try to get another camera hooked up and mess with it so I can do a split screen. And I know there's some apps out there you can do split screen stuff. So I'm going to play with that a little bit throughout the summer and see if I can get something going where I can give you guys some better content out there, and for both myself and my son, because he's gonna play this fall in our doubles for Dota League. So there's no actual youth division, but he's going to play based upon his average. So really super excited for that. So just no pressure on him. I don't put any pressure on him, but just it's exciting for me to watch him throw, and so looking forward to seeing him give him a little bit of give a little heck, a little 12-year-old boy firing some darts in there against some adults. So that's always fun to watch. So, but at any rate, so I'm gonna hop on, throw a little bit, goofing around a little bit. I call it goofing around. So I'm gonna hop on, throw a little bit. You might see me dancing, doing a little bit of goofy stuff as I'm throwing. So, but at any rate, so hope you tune in, watch a little bit. So let's have some fun and throw some darts. By the way, if you hear me singing a little bit, I know there's some copyright issues and stuff like that through some of the content you can put on some of these channels. So I put a little earpiece in, listen to some music, and so it may sound dead, but I'll try to talk a little bit as we're going. You might not want to hear me talk. You might want to hear me stay silent. So if you want to hear me stay silent, say, shut up. So thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Here we go. Let me set this up. We're gonna go just a quick 3 leg and see where we go from here. So we'll do random. It's like a coin toss, and Dark Connect's gonna go first. So let's have some fun. And he starts off with 85. It's a good shot. It's expected. And 55. Got to get that dart up a little bit. A little erratic to start, but we'll take it. And 100. Good shot for my Dark Connect opponent. Let's see if we can follow that up, match it. It's felt good. It's a good dart. A little drifted. Last one was a good dart. So we'll take a 45. Not going to complain about that. Dart drifted a little bit. But it felt good to leave it in hand. It was a little. I let my elbow drift out. Kind of same thing there a little bit. And same thing. So when I say elbow drift out, as I'm drawing back, I'm letting it come out. So when I'm throwing, I'm all out of whack. So this is your aim, pull back straight, and everything was out of whack. So, um, but the good thing is I knew what I did. I knew what I did wrong. So. All right, let me off the hook with a 22. So we'll see if I put a dent in this. Get back in this leg. I like that. Ugly dart. And ugly dart. 7. Yeah. Not the best. We'll get it going.
Why?
What?
I need you to get back home, please.
Sorry about the delay. Had a wife had a cat under the bed. She's trying to get ready to go to bed, and the cat's under there. So she don't want him in the bedroom all night because he's gonna get on the dressers, knock things over, and create chaos. I'm okay with that. Well, chaos is fun. Meanwhile, back at the darts, I'm getting smoked. But that three felt better. So sometimes with darts, you take the positive of how the third dart uh, feels leaving your hand. Um, so when they leave my hand and feel good, I'll take it. Uh, 16, we'll take it. And a lot of stuff I'm discussing isn't necessarily for the experienced shooters. They know exactly what they're doing. This is more for content for newer shooters just trying to have some fun and throw darts. If you're trying to get in as a newer shooter, trying to throw competitive darts, so that's kind of the feedback I'm giving right now is for those people that are just trying to learn a little bit. So the 249 probably not the right shot to go at the 20, but I'm just trying to uh, bring the number down at this point. So I'll take a 99. Chances are he takes it out. Yep, there we go. But, um, so if you don't want the commentary, let me know. I'll read the comments after I'm done, if there are any, and uh, and adjust from there. So um, but if you're a newer shooter and you like to hear a little bit of feedback on different things, hey, hop in. This is a channel. This is a channel you will listen to. I'm not going to give expert advice. I'm going to give just real live experiences, what I'm feeling from throwing a dart as a you know just an amateur dart shooter. So we'll see where we can go. So I'm taking off. Here we go. Game on. I like it. Good dart. Let that dart drift a little bit, but I'll take the 45. Ah, there we go. So when I say I let the dart drift a little bit, that means as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, just let my elbow come out a little bit. Um, I don't really have a problem bringing the elbow in. It's more like as you're drawing back, you're letting that elbow travel out a little bit, and which means it's going basically to the right a little bit. But what happens is it doesn't mean because it goes to the right, the dart's going to go right. It just means that your aim is just out of whack. So ideally, you want to keep your elbow straight, draw it back. However you do it, some people don't draw it back at all. Some people start with it back and just throw. I'm a more drawback person, so the elbow has to be right in line and follow through from there. So, and if that all happens, dart goes straight like that. That's not a bad dart. And that wasn't a terrible dart. Yeah. So we'll take the 66 there. Um, wasn't a terrible dart. Everything felt good there. Um, just that's the difference between an upper level shooter. An upper level shooter would pound that number. Yeah, everything went back straight. But just just because it goes back straight doesn't mean it's going to go straight. Sometimes there's a little adjustments there. But I like the way that felt, so I'll take that. Take the positives when you get them. I just drop my elbow on that one. take 25 there, so a little bit behind now. He's stolen the throw with another solid handful. When I say stolen the throw, um, that's advantage opponent. So that means I was taken off this game, but um, opponent is basically taking control of the game. Oh, yeah, sometimes I can hit this number okay, and sometimes I've drifted into the seven way too much for my liking. So it's one of them deals. And then I got some Justin Moore in my ear, a little country music. I don't know anybody out there. It's a country music fan. I love country music, so jamming out to some country music, a little Justin Moore. So if you hear me start to sing, it's hit the mute button quick because yeah, it's not going to be good. 26. Probably chatting a little more than I should while I'm throwing a game of darts, but just having fun, goofing around. When I'm having a normal practice session, I won't. I'll just block everything and just fire. So right now I'm just kind of chilling out. Got the Stanley Cup final on TV. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I will watch finals. And so kind of got that on and a little music in the ear. But tonight I kind of don't care. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, you don't want to hear that on a daily basis. That's a good dart. That dart felt really, really good. So I'll take the 55. In my Coke, in some honky tonk somewhere. Yeah. It's not good. But hey, man, we live life, we have fun, you know. There we go. That is a well thrown dart. I'll take the 70, 79 there. Maybe on a 160. For I really wanted that triple because I knew it was the only way I could get an out. I might have to back this dart connect down and make me feel a little better about myself. Oh, well thrown dart. We'll take it. Let's go. All right. We'll see. See if I get a chance to take it out. I don't know. I hit the wrong shot. This should be 100. Let me adjust that. 100. I meant to hit the tap the top to make 60 left. But clearly you can see it's 100, 20, 20, and a triple. Let's see if I can clean this here up. Oh, that's really, really ugly. All right, concentrate. Let's go. Attack. There we go. Woohoo! We'll take it. One pretty. We'll take it. Sometimes that's the way you play darts. Don't have to be spectacular and pretty. You just kind of fire it in there. Oh, a little up around the bend. Let's go. Oh, little Dan Fogarty and Eric Church stuff. If you haven't heard this song, it's a great song. Ahead and we're going just as fast as my feet can fly. Come on, a rising wind. We're going up around the bend. Ooh, there we go. That's the way we throw darts. Take it. Take a hunter. Though the highway turns to wood. Come on. Let's keep attacking. Let's go. Oh, drifted. Oh, that was a felt like a good dart leave my hand, but it's just not the result I wanted. I'm in a little bit of hole here. Ooh yeah! It's up around the bend. Let's go. It's a great song. Songs, I don't know, 40, 50 years old. Gosh only knows. It's great stuff. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Dan Fogarty. Good stuff. The highway. Come along with me. 30. As you can see, this is why I call this goofing around. But I'm goofing around, but I'm still working on some mechanics along the way. So even though it's not the greatest darts, I'm thinking every shot or thinking of the feel. When I say thinking every shot, it's more the feel, how I'm bringing it back, how I'm throwing it, how I'm standing, if I'm standing straight, if I'm drifting, or if I'm leaning and not keeping balance. Thinking about all those things that I'm shooting. Um, so I'm not worried about the scores right now. It's just more of a you know getting back to good mechanics of throwing darts. Because that's what it's all about, is having solid. Everything has to be still, head, body, all that stuff. Um, short. And again, elbow drifting out, and the dart's just kind of drifting as I'm throwing it. So, um, but I know what I'm doing wrong. So, kind of lost out. And I'm going to back it down a little bit. About 50, 49 average. I was throwing a 80 average player. Sometimes it's okay to back it down a little bit. I know you play better competition, but you don't want to get demoralized all the time. So sometimes it's okay to back it down. So I back it down a little bit. Play one more. I want to do one more. Uh, I'm a 49, so I'm gonna go 3 levels up. So 55, 60. So I'll go level 8 at 64 average. So yeah, we'll see what I can do. The same thing. 3 wins. We'll do 3 more, and then we'll play this uh, set out. We'll call it a night. Um, so if you're tuning in, appreciate it. I know you're not seeing my face as I'm talking, but if you're tuning in, I appreciate it. Yeah, just kind of messing around right now, kind of watching the little bit of the hockey game. Looks like a 3-2 score. I'm not gonna say who's up, who's down. I don't know. Not giving the scores away. If anybody's watching, but it looks like close. It's game one, so yeah, Stanley Cup Finals. So good stuff. Let's see if we can fire some darts in there. 30 score. So one of the things I struggle with is the eye dominance, and it kind of messes me up a little bit. The eye dominance. So I will stand at the far side, far left of the Aki, just because of the way my eye dominance works. When I say Aki, it's what you're standing against line. So I stand at the far left, um, and try to line. It basically lines my shoulder up and my arm up straight away with the 20, um, or bullseye. So it's when I say left shoulder, my left shoulder's here. I'm lining up straight here, just because the way my eyes work. That's what works for me. Sometimes I get too far, and then I'll fall to the left way too much. And then, of course, the over adjustment becomes you throw it to the right, um, but um, trying to adjust from that. It's just the way my eye works. That's just how the darts go. So there you go. And that's what happens if that shoulder drifts out. So 26. I know if you're more of a higher average shooter, professional shooter, whatever. Hey, if you know a better way, let me know. I will adjust from there, but that's just basically the way it works for me, for the way my eyes work. So for me, missing isn't so much about where I'm lining up. It's just a matter of um, so if you imagine a sight on a rifle or a gun, and you move that sight one way, left, right, whatever. For me, that elbow is my sight. So if I'm moving it in or out, that's gonna affect the darts, and sometimes just fatigue where you don't follow through. But we'll see where we can go from here. Oh, I'll take the 125 there. I will absolutely take it. Um, we haven't shooting late. I'll take them 125s. So now I got to get more consistent doing that over and over and over. So we can follow this up with another solid shot. That's a good dart. It's okay. I pushed it a little bit. The last one was not a bad dart, but I pushed this one and it kind of messed everything up from there. Trying to overthink it. Got a little Eric Church in the ear. Springsteen. There we go. That's a good dart. That's the way I know how to throw darts. That's 194. Let me see how to attack this. There we go. That's better. Much, much better. Take the 140 there. Heck yeah. Let's go. So we clean this up quickly. A little too much. A little too much gas on it. I have a habit of dropping it, so I try to overthrow it a little bit, over pitch it, and it didn't work. So we clean her up. 40 plays 40. Let's go. Who gets a 40 first? Or who can take it out first? There we go. God, that was not a great dart, but this number's a nemesis of mine. So to get that on the second, I'll take it. Obviously, it's only against dart bot. Doesn't. It's not for anything special. So, but even in a practice or playing against a dart bot, you take those positives. And you build from that. You go, okay, man, I can hit this number. That's probably a little bit too far left on that. I got some Justin Moore playing in my ear. Again, I'm a country music fan, so. I'll soon clean this game up real quick. Oh, good solid darts. I might have to shut this down a little bit early. My daughter's off work, so I'm gonna go pick her up. I'm gonna throw 3 more darts, and then I'll just leave this game as it stands, and I'll pick it up tomorrow. I might not stream it, but I'll pick it up tomorrow. Gosh, just when I was felt like I was following through, throwing good. Yeah, that's the way it works sometimes. Yeah, you can start throwing. I'm gonna throw 3 more. I'll give a little recap and call it a night. See if we can hit this 19. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. At this point, I don't want to shut it down. All right, I'll leave it there. He's on a 58. So I'm not going to end the match. I'm just going to leave it. I'll shut it down. I'll just shut it down this way. I can finish that little session, my next practice go at. But just goofing around a little bit. Gosh, I started there some good darts. I was like, but I'm going to go pick my daughter up from work. So just messing around a little bit. I know I was babbling, maybe. But I was talking more for if you're those just getting in the darts, just kind of trying to understand the game a little bit. Obviously, if you're a new or a veteran shooter, been around doing it for a long time, don't listen to anything I was saying. But it was more, and it wasn't necessarily advice. It was just more um, what I'm feeling as I'm throwing a dart. Um, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling as I'm throwing a dart. and what I'm experiencing. So when I say elbow, I'm short, so I'm going to adjust the camera down a little bit. Um, when I say elbow floating out, so as I draw the dart back, so ideally you want to keep it as straight as an arrow. So 90, you get yourself a kind of a 90-degree angle as you're throwing the dart. Some people will draw back right about here, stop, throw. I draw back a little bit more, so I'm more of a almost brush my cheek when I throw. So I don't know if I can do it this way. So I'm bringing the dart back and almost brushing my cheek a little bit. With glasses, I've had to adjust over the years. But I used to go home from dart night and have a streak going down my cheek for the dart flight, just kind of like, you know, just brushing it. But when I say elbow floating in or out, I'm just basically talking about as I'm drawing it back, my elbow will drift. So, I pull the dart. Can't expand the camera out anymore, but as I'm pulling the dart up to my hand and I'm pulling it back and I'm throwing out. I'm not in slow motion, but I'm going to do it slow. So I'm pulling the dart back, and as I'm pulling it back, the elbow drifts just a hair, right? So now I'm not. I'm. This may be close to a 90-degree angle, but now this is your aim. So this is out. So that means that dart, and then as you throw it, you may be trying to overcompensate as you're throwing, or it may just keep going out. But either way, it's not going to hit your intended target. So if you draw back straight, if you keep this straight, you draw back, boom, follow through straight. It's going to go straight. Dart has no choice but to go straight, as long as you're letting go with your. I'll try to. I'll pull back a little bit, but as long as you're letting go, you know, you're not holding on to one finger or another finger, but basically, you know, you're. I can't hold my arm in a perfect 90 degree. It just hurts my shoulder too much, so I'm down just a hair. But as a drawback, it's when I follow through, it's pretty much straight. Everything follows straight, so the hand goes straight. So, but when I talk about that, like I said, when I talk about that aim, it's drawing back, letting that elbow drift out a little bit, and that's going to throw everything out of whack. So it's more for your newer shooters out there just trying to become a little bit better. You know, Obviously, you want to get to that next level. You're not going to listen to me if you talk about darts. Um, I'm a good shooter. I can probably can watch somebody's mechanics and understand what they're doing wrong better than I can um, teach my own self sometimes. So, but this wasn't about you know teaching mechanics or anything. It was more about just goofing off, having fun, and just telling you what I was feeling as I was throwing the darts. So if you tuned in, hey, thank you again. I streamed a match earlier that I shot, got knocked out quickly, and this was just this little bit of stream was just goofing off more than anything. But again, if you tuned in, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good night, and see you next time.